Blessings, beautiful rising, beautiful rising. Feeling grateful again to be here with you. Giving ourselves a nice deep breath. Welcome to today's Black August meditation. If it's your first time here, we have been here every day since the beginning of the month, honoring Black August, which is a beautiful sacred, well, commemoration ceremony throughout the month of August, honoring the Black liberation movement and the political prisoners, the freedom fighters, and all of the different significant occurrences that have happened that have sparked and been a part of the Black liberation movement. And taking it even further back beyond the Ma'afa, beyond, this current fight that we're in this degenerate cycle, when we look back at the other end of the spectrum prior to colonialism and we look at our ancient ancestors and we root ourselves in the ancient wisdom and grandeur of the golden age that our ancestors developed civilization and all of the arts and all of the beautiful expressions of civilization that we have today. This was a sacred time, right? Right now, we look at it as the 8th month of the Gregorian year, but ancestrally, as we were navigating eternity, we recognized that everything was about the pulse and the rhythm and connection to nature. And that is the essence of the revolutionary ideology and spirit that Tehuti Ma'at brings forth, is that revolution is oriented, and our greatest model is nature, is the sun, and our revolution model that we have in our solar system. So that's the key paradigm, Ra orienting, literally, because Ra is the force of the sun, principle for us. So welcome to our August 10th meditation. I invite you to ground yourself. If it's your first time here, my name is Sinetem As Neferka Heteru, and I am the mother of Tehuti Ma'at. I co-founded this beautiful revolutionary instrument that is here for the proliferation of life and specifically for the unification, restoration, and resurrection of people of African ascent worldwide. And we function as a grassroots cooperative that builds cooperative institutions in the areas of healing, art, and education. So we are building revolutionary institutions that are cooperative to transition us out of this capitalist, imperialist paradigm, and will essentially be the foundation for unifying and connecting our liberated state of being through a decentralized system and network of spiritual warriors who are healed leaders. Okay, so thank you for being here again, taking a moment of silence to honor all those freedom fighters and warriors who are still with us in the flesh, who are alive, who are not in a space to express their freedom and the freedom that they sacrifice so much for. And they are behind bars, they are in prison, they are unfortunately surviving through the prison industrial complex. So I just want us to take a moment of stillness and silence to be here. Welcome, Jedi Love, our sister, our sister. Gratitude to you too for being here, for being committed and devoted to the revolution that's right there inside of you. So we'll just take a moment to breathe. Make sure you have your water. So reminders, prepare your sacred space, have your water, make sure you stay hydrated. If you have your candle or incense or anything that you're bringing in of the elements to root you. And if not, you don't need anything but you and your beautiful breath and your heart and mind. Ashe. The reason why I wanted to root us in the political prisoners is because we are entering a new, and I think Tehuti Ma'at is really a vanguard. Peace, family. Welcome. If you are here with us live, thank you for engaging in the chat. Please feel free to bring your energy into the chat and share. I expressed for the past few days, express how it's feeling for you, what's coming up for you, what feels good for you, what doesn't. Guide and express so that your needs can be met. So just exercise opening that throat and expressing, and of course supporting me and picking up and receiving and being present with your energy as I intuitively guide us through our meditations. So I think that Tehuti Ma'at is really a vanguard of rooting the revolution in spirituality, but from a holistic place, still holding the political and the cultural dynamics. So we root ourselves in Dr. Leonard Jeffries' pyramid analysis as a form of critical thinking and assessment. And Dr. Leonard Jeffries created the pyramid analysis, which gives us the 3 points, which is also what everything Tehuti Ma'at is also based on. When I say we do healing, art, and education, it's part of that trifecta, that trinity. So we look at the political, the economic, and the cultural reality of our being. I say that in connection to our political prisoners because many people are regurgitating an old paradigm of revolution, which is what all of those people sacrificed themselves for. It was like leadership and service through self-sacrifice. And right now we're moving into a paradigm where it's essential that we can be willing to die for the people, but the task and the true feat is to live for the people and live well, right? And lead well and be embodied in practicing what we preach, and moving in alignment with what we know and existing in that truth and creating coherence. So I see the sacrifices that they made. The only way that we can really honor it is through maximizing and not sacrificing ourselves, but sacrificing the things that we know are harmful to us, sacrificing the things that we recognize are aspects of this spiritual warfare and this opportunity that we have to grow and to strengthen our spirit, to heal the planet, to purify and to restore the planet, because ultimately that's what all these challenges are here for. So we take an empowered approach, but a truthful approach in really facing the gravity of what is up against us, as I like to say, because we ain't up against nothing. We already won. So welcome, Sister Leonie. Great to have you here too. So let's just breathe ourselves into the moment. I'm going to invite you, as always, everything is by invitation, everything is with consent. So I'm inviting you to close your eyes, come into the temple of your pure potential, to the womb space in the darkness beneath your lids, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your body. If you're laying, melt yourself on the mat. Allow your roots to deepen into the soil wherever the gravity is pulling on you. If you're sitting and your feet are on the ground, let your feet let out roots into the earth, into the land beneath your feet. If you're seated, even if your feet are on the ground, maybe just rotating from the left to the right and just swaying back and forth as we allow our roots to deepen and we just allow ourselves to land into our bodies, into the sovereignty, autonomy, and authority that we have of these beautiful vessels. And as our sister Leonie shared with us last Wednesday, our comrade in this battle, if we take this oriented through a revolutionary lens, this is the ultimate vessel that is carrying us through this journey and through these battles. So just rotating from left to right, noting if there's any differences between the left side and the right side of your body. Becoming more and more conscious and aware of your breath without judgment, slowly starting to make adjustments, coming into center and stabilizing yourself at the center, beginning to stack and erect your jed, your backbone. So relaxing your shoulders, but stacking up each vertebrae of your spine like you have a beautiful golden thread that is beautifully tied at the bottom of your sit bone and stacking slowly, gently pulling and lifting gently all the way up your neck, lifting your neck, lifting your crown all the way up to Mama Nut. So we are anchored and rooted on the earth and uplifted into the cosmos, into the heavens, recognizing our divinity, our connectivity to this moment, to the darkness of the space that we occupy in the cosmic womb, still honoring that darkness and receiving and connecting to your spirit, recognizing the intention that we have for today is to connect us with this beautiful black energy, this darkness, this womb space, coming back to our essence, being present, and beginning to guide our inhales in through the nostrils with intention, bringing in whatever we want to call into our practice today, call into our day, bringing that breath in deep, remembering to bring it nice and deep into the belly at your own pace. And as you're releasing out of the mouth, audibly allowing yourself to open up your throat, use your vibration to release any stagnant energy. So on the inhales, we're gently spiraling the breath in through the nostrils with intention of that light, that warmth, that solar power that we are bringing into our bodies and allowing to circulate. And with our release, we are opening the mouth and giving ourselves permission to release, to open. Don't be shy. Let it out of your mouth. Making space at your own pace. Awareness with what you're bringing in to fill the space that you're making. And huffing, releasing that stagnant breath that may be really deep in the lungs, letting it out through that vibration, making space, seeing the energy coming out as you release. Releasing any attachments that are pulling you forward or pulling you back in time. Releasing time with the breath and coming into the eternal space of the womb. Pulling in that pure potential, that creative power, whatever it is you want to call into this day with your breath. And we're going to take a few more releasing breaths. Pulling that energy and that intention, that light into the body. Imagine like you have that beautiful balloon filling up with that golden light, letting it circulate, sipping a little bit more breath in to expand the lungs. Holding that breath whenever you get to that top where you're full. Holding that full breath, letting it circulate, letting it drip down your legs to your toes, letting it rise up your heart, up your throat, all the way up to your crown. Circulating and releasing. Giving ourselves one more final breath, one more final exhale, I should say. Out of the mouth. And then coming into a natural breath pattern, inhaling in through the nostrils and exhaling out of the nostrils. Remembering your posture. Relaxing your shoulders. Allowing your head to be nice and lifted, but your chin is slightly tucked. So you don't want to necessarily be up like that. You want to be relaxed. And coming back to that intention. Coming back to this Zoom world, gently opening your eyes, coming into this space, being fully in our bodies in this moment, giving gratitude to our bodies. Today's practice is going to be transitioning us to tomorrow's practice And the next day's practice for our solar eclipse, where we're preparing ourselves for some somatic release. So we're going to begin to become more grounded in the body. We've been doing a lot of meditation that's really rooted in the psyche and astral travel and connecting the mind and the body. And we're going to begin to activate more of the body. So today we're going to do some somatic tapping, and that's just movement, right? Somatic, when I say that word, sometimes I like to just simplify. It's just about energy and connecting to the body and moving and circulating energy. So we're going to do some tapping today. So just preparing yourself in the space that you're in, making sure you're nice and comfortable. I'm just going to burn a little bit more of this Palo Santo just to clear more energy and bring more upful energy, raise the frequency. So just continue to breathe and be present and taking notice of the psyche and what's coming up. The tapping is going to support us in regulating our nervous system. So just preparing yourself, relaxing the body. I want you to take notice of anything in your body that's calling to you. If there's any part of your body that is communicating to you, that's calling your energy, just taking note. We're going to first activate our energy as we usually do by bringing that solar power into the palms of our hands, right? And there's something I want to clarify that I've been sharing in the sessions, because as we do our meditation and I guide us to go into our first eye and to come into that prefrontal cortex, and I'm telling us to close our eyes and just kind of gaze our intention. So even though our eyes are closed, we're gazing out between our eyebrows, right? In this part of the brain, which is called the prefrontal cortex. And I've been saying it's because it has no neurons. And I want to be clear. It does have neurons. There are no sensory neurons in this part of our brain. So it does allow for us to allow for whatever we feel to really come up, because there's nothing sensory stimulating the nervous system when we focus our energy here. Okay? And when we think about this practice, I think that our consciousness, our awareness, comprehension, right? Because we talk about Black August, and Black August isn't just about devotion and discipline and, you know, the fasting or slowing, as I like to say, and the things that allow us to like really ground ourselves in reflection. It's also a lot of political education. And in Tehuti Ma'at, we do holistic education. So it's about thinking. So we have that acronym for think. Thoughts hone new knowledge. So it's think without the I, right? So it brings us into that first I. So it's thinking without the ego, but it's also critically thinking and comprehending. Comprehension and the mind's divinity is very, very powerful. But because our minds are so attacked, sometimes we can villainize our own mind. We tell ourselves things like we're overthinking, or, you know, things that we can reframe so that we can really nurture the mind, right? Which is Tehuti, and Ma'at is the heart. Sometimes we have a tendency to villainize the mind and then to, really celebrate the heart space, but we need both. Tehuti Ma'at is about that combination, the synthesis of the mind and the heart, and having them in coherence and wholeness, because they are complementary forces. So I'm saying that because as we do this physical practice, I want your mind to also be engaged in knowing that this is something that's called nervous system downshifting, right? And simply, it is rhythmic tapping, right? That is going to send predictable sensory signals through the skin into the brain. And it's acting like a grounding code that's going to signal safety to what may be overactive in the brain. And There's also a vagal activation that I want to share with you as well as we're doing this tapping practice, right? But first so this is just the preliminary. So we're just preparing ourselves. We're going to awaken our hands and bring the healing into the palms of our hands and our intention that we've been cultivating into the palm of our hands. But when we're tapping near the collarbone and the throat or ears, it stimulates branches of the vagus nerve that's going to help to lower the heart rate and reduce stress, right? It's going to reduce stress by reducing stress hormones like cortisol, right? So as we're doing the tapping, know that this is technology and this is really powerful for daily practice as you need it. So as you learn the different practices and things that we're doing, the movements, bring them into your life and continue with them as you need them, and know how they are medicine that you have in the palms of your hands. So I want you to bring the palms of your hands out in front of you, looking at the palms of your hands, looking at those beautiful creases in the palms of your hands, receiving the wisdom from their intuitive communication to your first eye. Recognizing that there's remembrance in the palms of our hands. All parts of our body are continuation on the soul's journey. So they're imprints, right? And symbols for us that even if you can't consciously comprehend, your subconscious mind does. So just looking at the palms of your hands, coming into your breath. We're going to be breathing at our own pace here, but I really want you to be conscious and aware of your breath. And just in a state of receptivity as you're connecting with the palms of your hands, honoring your hands for all the things, all the things that the hands do, for the ability that your hands have. And if your hands are not able to do anything, just giving gratitude and love to your hands and recognizing that every part of you is worthy of love, whether it's able or unable to function and move. Trusting in its ability. But those of us who do have the ability to use these beautiful hands, this beautiful, beautiful natural apparatus that functions perfectly in the world, right? Just bringing that simple gratitude in. And I'm inviting us on your next inhale, bringing in that intention that you called in the beginning of the practice. Remember your posture here. Bringing that intention into the belly, holding that breath, and bringing it into the palms of your hands, bringing your palms together, and exhale. Start bringing those palms together, rubbing them together with that intention, breathing naturally at your own pace as you're bringing your attention and your intention into the palms of your hands. Bringing that beautiful intention, that solar light, that power, what you're calling in, right? What you're bringing into this day, what you're bringing into your life with your creative power. Remembering this is the same electromagnetism and friction that we're creating in the palms of our hands that's warming our hands. It's the same solar power that is fueling our whole planet. And now bring that energy in. We're going to cover our eyes again here and just relax the body. Come into the darkness. Relax your eyes. Just gently fluttering those eyes shut and letting them come beneath the darkness and in the potential of darkness in the womb space. Coming back into the womb of our mother, the primordial waters, the abundance of energy, filling ourselves in the totality of the whole womb. Some of us in our mother's womb, we weren't fully nourished with the ideal environment of everything that would be ideal. but we're in trust that we had everything that we needed. Some of us experienced trauma and wounding in the womb. Surrounded by the primordial waters, every conversation, every movement that was happening with our mother was also transmitting into us in the womb. So right now we're taking ourselves into Mama Nut, the cosmic womb, the cosmos, the space, the heavens. This womb body where we can mother ourselves and nurture ourselves. And that is the power that we're calling in this moment with our consciousness. The power to create and the power to heal ourselves that's in the palms of our hands. So I invite you with your next inhale to just bring in that wisdom and that trust and that authority over your body. And on your exhale, releasing anything that wants to hold you from that truth. And I invite you to release your hands. Still holding that intention here in the palms of our hands, we're going to begin our tapping at our throat. So just using the fingertips here, recognizing, dropping the neck back, recognizing the power that is here in our fingertips, the intention. Recognizing that this is going to stimulate the vagus nerve, coming down the throat, the back of the neck. Breathing and trusting and receiving whatever is coming through. I invite you to close your eyes and keep that gaze up and out through your first eye, right? Relaxing and allowing whatever needs to come up, nurturing our nervous system right now with predictable sensory connection. Recognizing the throat is the seat of our expression. So we're bringing healing into our voice, healing into our power to create with our vibration. Just circulating and trusting yourself to move through the throat wherever you need, the back of the neck as you need. And then coming into the collarbone, giving yourself some nice deep breaths here in the collarbone, right in the center here, really focusing in the center point here, calling in all of you, pulling in your energy from all the spaces that you've poured into, calling it back into your heart, allowing your breath to relax you into a beautiful erect posture, relaxing your spine, relaxing your shoulders, coming into the chest, expanding through the wings, and just circulating yourself here and trusting yourself in this area, the throat, right, where your vocal cords are, where your thyroid gland is, that beautiful butterfly-shaped gland. Coming here, opening the throat, that nice centerpiece you have here in the middle of your throat, coming into your collarbone. And just breathing and receiving the wisdom of your body. Right? Remembering to get that nice centerpiece here as you call in your energy, calling your soul, calling your whole presence into your body. And from that presence radiating out through that beautiful, powerful solar warmth, radiating out anything that's not yours. that's possessing your body. We're calling it out, we're shaking it out because we're filling ourselves with our being, with our soul essence. Coming out into the shoulders. I'm inviting you to come to the shoulders now. Giving yourself that tapping. Remember that intention that you have. The shoulders rising up towards the neck, really relaxing and getting the back of the shoulders here. Remembering to breathe. Remember that our heartbeat is constantly bringing that breath in to nourish ourselves, and it's also taking and releasing out whatever our cells have that are waste, and releasing that and bringing that to the parts of the body that are here for processing waste and releasing waste. So as you tap through the shoulders, releasing any stress here that we tend to hold in this area, trusting yourself and your body to go wherever you are guided, right? With my guidance, but also ultimately you are the guide and you know what you need. So just releasing that stress, releasing with every exhale, trusting the body's ability in its own natural rhythm, that rhythm of revolution, to bring in what you need and to release what you do not. Coming back into the center, coming back to where we started, reversing yourself back into the chest, into the heart, into the center here, up the collarbone, up the throat, the back of the neck, the center of the throat, and we're bringing ourselves up to our face. Starting here with the jawbone, with your breath, you can slightly tuck your chin here and relax your face, relax your jawbone, tapping into this jawbone here, massaging it here and tapping. Relaxing any tension in the face. Our jaw is connected to our pelvic region, our pelvic bone, our sacral energy. So we're relaxing that through this tapping of the face. Coming into your cheeks, relaxing your cheeks, relaxing your chin. Relaxing, slightly tucking it, letting your chin kind of tuck down so we can relax here, relax our neck. Coming into your cheeks and your cheekbones, the lips, all around the mouth, in between the nose and the lips here. Remembering that intention and that light and that power that you're putting in your fingertips here that you've already called in with your breath, with your intention, with the rubbing of your hands. All that power you've generated is coming into your face, where we usually face the world. We receive so much energy, so just give yourself this moment to really tap here. Coming into the ears area, still stimulating and activating that vagal nerve, that vagus nerve. So coming into the ears, the senses, the sensory, trusting yourself and whatever you need, however you need to hold your body, hold your head, hold your neck, to be relaxed and present with this tapping, breathing here. Coming into the back of the head as well, underneath the ears, behind the ears, in the ears, letting that sound and sensory ability stimulate with gratitude for our hearing and our sensitivity. Coming into your temple and bringing yourself back forward into the face, towards the eyes, right in the temple. Really just allowing ourselves to stimulate that temple, come into the brows, come over your eyes and around your eyes. Just tapping here. Breathing. Allowing your breath to clear out any energy that's coming up from your psyche, from your subconscious space. Releasing it as it comes up. Coming into your first eye and your nose, the center place of your face. Our ability to sense, our discernment, our smell. Just giving gratitude for all our sensitivities. Tapping here. Tapping over the eyes and our physical eyes and their ability to see and to transmit information. Thanks for these beautiful, powerful senses that allow us to experience and feel and connect to our environment, to the people around us that are reflecting us, that we're attracting. Coming to your first eye here and really tapping in the center of your forehead and coming out over the eyebrows to the temples, just circulating that area of the forehead. Tapping and breathing. Inhale, bringing that intention and that light into the face, releasing any energy that we've accumulated, any judgments that we've internalized, that we've held in our face. Remembering that our skin is our largest organ. This beautiful organization of cells that protect us, and every pore and every hair that communicates to the rest of the body to protect and to sense and to trigger whatever needs we have based on our sensitivity to our environment. So coming up into the center of your crown, coming up to the top of your crown, the top of your forehead, getting the whole skull, just tapping here. Massage and tap. Whatever feels good. Getting the whole crown, the whole head here. Getting the whole crown. Trying to get your scalp here. Trusting your breath. Sending that breath to your arms. If your muscles are starting to get strained here, let your breath guide you. Let your breath support you. Clearing out anything blocking your connection to your divine source. Anything in your antenna. Shaking it out your head. Bringing yourself back into your face. Tracking yourself back to where we began. Coming back into the forehead. Back into the eyes and the brows and the nose. And the cheeks and the temples and the ears. And the jaw and the chin and the mouth and the lips. Coming back into the throat to where we started. And I want you to trust yourself. I'm going to give us a few moments, a few breaths here to just trust ourselves and go wherever in your body you need. Your chest, the breast area, the nipples, the rib cage, wherever you need to go in your body. Trust yourself. If you need to come into the womb or the core, your abs, if you don't have a physical womb here, to the ovaries. If our brothers are here, into your testes, into your shatet. For the womb sisters, into that pussy area, just tapping wherever you need, trusting yourself, tapping the henenum, right? The penis area, your reproductive organs, your sexual organs, your booty coming into the back, into the jed, the lower spine, the tailbone, the side ribs, the armpits, wherever you need. Trusting yourself, balancing if you get one side, getting the other side with your breath. Trust your body and bring yourself wherever you need. If you're able to get to the whole body, following your thighs, getting wherever you can in your back, as high as you can. You can go over the shoulder if you need to. Right to that shoulder bone and get your wings back there. Wherever you need. Get your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Trusting yourself wherever your body is guiding you in this moment. And I'm inviting us to prepare to stand and to shake a little bit, because tomorrow we're going to be coming into shaking. We're preparing for somatic release. So as you breathe and bring yourself back into center, find yourself wherever you are. In your tapping, make your way and work your way symmetrically back to the heart, back to the center. And just breathing, slowing yourself down, slowing the tap, slowing your pace here into stillness. If you are able to stand, I invite you to stand. And just shake a little bit, just shaking it off a little. Tomorrow we're really going to focus on that somatic shaking to release the stagnant energy. So just shake that off and just kind of swipe the energy off of the body, off of the face, off your crown, off your shoulders, your back, your booty, your thighs, your knees, your legs, your feet, your toes, your arms. And then just shake off your feet and your hands, where sometimes we can just hold that stagnant energy, right? Those ends of our body. And coming back down to your seated position as you're ready. And blowing it out the mouth. Shaking the shoulders and just coming back into center, into stillness, into your posture, pulling your beautiful thread gently up to the heavens, stacking your bones, relaxing your shoulders. What's felt really clear on my heart has been our relationships and our connection to our environment. So as we're connecting to the body and our sensitivity to our environment, I also want us to recognize that that work begins inside, in the heart, because our subconscious is what is attracting, right? That is our soil. So that's why we're talking about amending our soil, giving our soil what it needs. And remembering that all the waste, right, like the manure, the compost, it's all waste, but that's what feeds soil, right? It gives us the nitrogen, the phosphorus, and all the things it needs to produce the fruit and the roots and the seeds to reproduce. So we're nurturing the subconscious We're organizing the subconscious in our psyche when we do meditation. We're receiving clarity, but we have to move that out through our activity, through our lives. So as we're taking notice of the things we're attracting into our lives and maybe things we don't want to attract anymore in our lives, the somatic release is about us letting those things go with grace, with love, with gratitude, and recognizing that all of our relationships, our environment, the plants in our environment, everything is a reflection of us in the oneness of the truth of our universal expression, the universe, the one song, universe, one song that we're all singing. So if there's disharmony in that, we're harmonizing in Ma'at. Ma'at is harmony, Ma'at is balance, and it's through reciprocity, giving and receiving in equal measure. We have to gauge that for ourselves. Are we giving too much? Are we not giving enough? Are we being greedy? Right? So giving ourselves back to Ma'at, to that internal integrity and evaluation of our moral rooting. And I want you to continue to breathe with me as we recognize sometimes we go so external to give to others, or we want so much from others because of really what's reflected about our relationship within ourselves. So we're coming into our heart and pouring love into ourselves so we could be full within ourselves, 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 full within ourselves. And from that full self, we overflow. Coming into the womb of rebirth. We're preparing ourselves for rebirth. But first, there are contractions and there's labor in order to birth. Breathing into that contraction, remembering that as we prepare to birth ourselves in this new energy, that we need to breathe into every contraction and allow it to support and serve in pushing that baby out, that new expression of yourself. We're going to close our meditation with a song that has been healing me in this moment. It just came true to me the other day that I've been sharing. Every part of me is worthy of love. Every part of you is worthy of love. is worthy of love. Giving thanks and praises, giving thanks and praises for this opportunity to be here, giving thanks and praises, Mother, Father, Spirit, Creator, Creation, Source of all life, indwelling within us. We give thanks for this opportunity we have to be here in these beautiful bodies. Giving thanks for our ability to connect, to feel, to be human. Giving thanks for this incarnation in this life, in our purpose, in our mission in this life, to be, to exist, to simply be and exist, recognizing that that is enough. Holding that truth in our hearts, we give thanks, we give thanks. Wah, wah, wah. Shoo. Wah, woo, enteru. Giving thanks to all of the divine forces and principles of nature. Wah, woo, ancestors. Giving thanks to all of the great ones who came before us, whom without we would not be here. So as we settle ourselves in today's practice, allowing it to really just integrate into our bodies, I invite you to drink your water. Please stay hydrated. Allow the water to circulate and to connect you with the womb space within as we're preparing and giving, gestating and preparing to give birth to ourselves. We have a total solar eclipse that is occurring very soon. And as we're approaching it, and this current moon we're in is waning into that full moon, I want to really support us in being present with what we are birthing through ourselves. So water, water, water. Nu, connecting with Nu, the primordial water. Through nourishment. So thank you again for being here. In honor of Black August, I want to remind you that this is a donation-based offering. So thank you to everyone who is contributing in the spirit of Ma'at and reciprocity. Remember, every dollar counts. And with every intent that you give with the energy, because money is energy, is pouring into Tehuti Ma'at and what we are building and our dedication and devotion over the past decade to healing and liberation and restoration, elevation, expansion through community organizing, through food sovereignty, through holistic education. So thank you so much for being here. The description, blessing Zuzu Wizard. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to share how today's practice was for you. If there's anything on your heart, trust that expressing it out will support and circulate. Maybe it's something that someone else needs to hear. So I invite you to send your donation via the link in the description. Our Cash App is $Tehuti Ma'at World if you want to plug that in directly. If you do not have Cash App, we have a PayPal link. And even if you don't have a PayPal account, you can use a debit or credit card using the PayPal link to make your donation, your contribution to Tehuti Ma'at. And if you want to learn more about Tehuti Ma'at, there's also a link in the description that takes you to our About page so you can learn more about Tehuti Ma'at. If you feel called to this work, this practice, to be in community with like-minded and like-hearted souls who are here for liberation and on this mission, because everybody's not here for it, right? So we say there's many stars in the sky, but not every star is a part of this constellation, which is rooted in spiritual warriorship. So if you do feel called to this practice, if there's something in your heart that's stirring and you are able to commit and be a part of our Tehuti Ma'at militia as a member of our cooperative, we do invite you to go to tehutima'at.org/join and enter our kingdom. Even if it is a opportunity just for you to support the work that we're doing, we invite you to do so. If you sign up at the kingdom rank, you come into our ecosystem, into our kingdom, as we say, and you get our monthly reports, which are cosmic forecasts, as well as access to member exclusive offerings. And if you come into the Empire rank, you come into the Tehuti Ma'at University, where you will learn and you have access to our archives and our educational space. And the Galaxy rank are for those who are ready to build and come through our initiation process of navigating eternity, where you learn how to organize and align your life with the natural cycles. And we begin with the pulse and the rhythm of revolution through the sun and the moon. So if you are interested in joining, if you have any questions, you can also just message us. You can email grow@tehutimaat.org. You can also text us at 646-883-Ma'at. Any questions that you have. And thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen here what Zuzu Wizard 444 says, which is, I felt deeply the part where you were expressing being affected, connected to our environments and the people around us. Creating a space within me just for me is part of my labor. Ashe, give thanks. Yeah, so many of us really do have to cultivate that space, and it's because so much other energy is present in our body, which is why a lot of what I'm doing in our practice is really to support you in radiating that energy out. Sometimes it's like it's more in depth because we have trauma and we have wounds that may have calcified and other attachments may have attached onto them. They can be other entities and thought forms that are more challenging to move. But I'm trusting with the power within me, which is very radiant, that I'm supporting you and activating that light and that power within you to clear that energy out. But there's so many other ways to support people. So I do also want to share some of the other offerings that we have within Tehuti Ma'at. We have our retreats, which are great spaces for you to come in an immersive experience and have a transformational experience, whether that's through plant medicine with the medicine retreats that I host, or the sexual alchemy retreat with our sister Leani, who's going to be with us on Wednesdays, guiding our meditation on Wednesdays. And you can learn more about Sexual Alchemy Retreat at sexualalchemy.com. That retreat takes place in February here in Cabo Verde, and it is during Carnival. So it's all about activating and using sexual healing as a way to access Black power, and really as a collective ritual with the power of the Carnival ceremony to heal and embody our power. We also have the Kepra retreats, which if you want to know more about the Kepra retreats, you need to reach out to me directly. That is if you're wanting to experience deep transformational healing with medicines such as ayahuasca and peyote, which are very, very deep and sacred medicinal plants, and ceremonies to support you in your transformation process. And I'm also taking on 2 more clients for personal coaching through my Kepra coaching. So if you want support specifically throughout this eclipse season and into the autumn, specifically on going into those wounds, healing that trauma, and really facing whatever birthing process and becoming is happening with you right now, I would love to support you in going into the depths of you and support you in guiding you into yourself and being fully present and invested in your becoming with you. So if that is something that piques your interest and you feel like you need that, you want that, please reach out to me at my personal email, asnefrika@gmail.com. So thank you so much. Also, like the video. If you're liking the meditations, please like them. I'm sure they support the algorithm. I can't tell you exactly how, but I'm pretty sure that's why the button's there. So just hit that thumbs up button for us if you like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you are notified when we have different streams. Wednesday, we're also going to do the origins of Black August with Dr. Regina Jennings, who is our beloved elder. Mama Regina is going to be teaching about the political roots. She is an OG Black Panther. She's going to be teaching us about what Black August means, how it began, and the significance of it and other ways to tap into it. She's very tapped in to the political movement and the active Black liberation front. So I'm excited to welcome Mama Regina to us on Wednesday during the solar eclipse, or in the energy of the total solar eclipse. And also share this video with anyone, any of your loved ones, your friends, anyone that you know with a revolutionary spirit that needs it. Everyone can benefit from the tapping. I know this is for everyone, but I also know it's not for anyone. So trust yourself, share it with anyone that you know needs it. I also want to shout out to our brother Wale, who's also here with us. Brother Wale says, help to revive our ancestors' worldwide reputation by imitating their commitment to truth. Ashe, Ma'at. Teach your children to do the same and speak truth always. Ashe. Thank you so much, Brother Wale. You always be bringing the truth. I love it. Thank you so much for being here with us. We love having your energy. Thank you, everyone else who's been with us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Mama Regina is also going to be guiding us in reading the autobiography of Asada Shakur. So if you don't have the book, please get it because we're going to start reading the book soon. And I'm going to end us off with a quote from Mama Asada Shakur, who is now an ancestor. This is one of the chants that many people who are on the forefront may always feel, on the front lines may always hear. If you're an activist, if you've been in protest, this is a chant from Mama Asada Shakur. So I want you to repeat after me. I'm going to say it the first time, I'm going to say it the second time, but the second time I want you to say it with me, or you could say it both times with me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and support each other. We must love each other and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Ashe. I will see you tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m. Eastern Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Please share this stream, and I'll see you tomorrow. Power.